Alrighty, folks, let's get this going. Do you know what day it is? First off, does anybody know what day it is? Please tell me you do. Please tell me you know. It looks like Ted knows what day it is. I think Ted does. All right, let me pop over here. Let me come over here and y'all can check me out. Good morning. Hello. It's cosplay day, and let me tell you, your girl's wig and crown fell off just before the stream, and I had to I had to scramble. I think everyone that lives in my house is very confused. There's a wayward empress sprinting around my home just like 10 minutes ago. But welcome in. My name is VooDoo Val, Empress VooDoo Val, Empress Valpatine. And today is our challenge recap. It's good to see all of you folks. Halloween in March. We have a tradition here. I have a tradition here where the last day of every challenge set is cosplay day. So I either dress up as a pop culture character, an anime character, or I just put a crazy costume on. You are all always more than welcome to dress up with me during these final days, and I just think it's fun. So hello everyone, it's good to see you. I see familiar faces in the live chat. I see Clarissa, Christelle, Ted, Tim, Valder, Biola, General Kenobi. Hello there. Kiss My Creative, welcome in. It is good to see all of you folks in the chat this morning. We have something new planned for you folks today. So I'm sure that you folks have been here doing these challenges for a while, and you know that we have a launch day usually for the first day of our challenge sets. But this time you may have noticed we had a challenge on the first day, and our recap day is now the final day. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the challenges that I created, recap a little bit of what we did for the last couple of weeks, and then I'm going to jump into the Discord and show off all of your work. I want to give you folks some kudos, tell you what a great job you did, highlight some of the creatives that we've had working in the Discord for the past few weeks, and all that good stuff. So real quick, let me pop over to my screen. Ta-da! We didn't get any ta-das this time, so we have ta-das today. All right, so all of our challenges for the last couple of weeks were kind of themed around this interesting color palette. Yesterday's challenge, or challenge number 9, for those of you who maybe did not participate or who are jumping in for the first time today, it was an animation challenge. So I'm gonna open my timeline here, and I'm gonna go ahead and play our animation because it was a lot of fun. Let me just scroll this down. So we have been doing some stuff for 36 Days of Type and kind of working with typography and all kinds of stuff. So I made this interesting animation within the letter S, and it's gonna load just a little bit here while I talk at you. But yeah, so we have been working with this color palette. The second week of our challenges was all based around type for the 36 Days of Type challenge, and the first week was like photo editing, graphic design, all kinds of stuff. I really was happy with my animation for this challenge. I've got some clouds moving, I've got some stars hovering, I've got some waves in the water moving around, and I had a really good time with it. I hope you folks did too. And then I have just some of my favorite challenges that I worked on for this set here, which I'm gonna kind of show off. We did some cool stuff with the mixer brush, which was a lot of fun. We created like a storybook illustration with letters and made some custom brushes and stuff. We created these really cool 3D shapes out of just flat graphics. You know, these used to be just flat rings, and we made them look like they're in a 3D space with some cool textures, made our own gradient maps and all that good stuff, which was a lot of fun. We took this image of this woman that was totally different before. In fact, I can open up my my file here and just drag in this other image. This is what we started with for this challenge, which was really a lot of fun. Oops, let's grab that and put that up here. So we started with this image, and the goal was to just make our image look totally opposite of what we started with. So I took this bright, happy photo, and we created this really cool kind of fantasy portrait, which was really fun. We experimented with textures and values and created our own noise brushes and all sorts of things. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So if you folks did not participate in the challenges, or maybe were busy and just kind of popped in and checked out the stream sometimes and would like to get into them, that's a little recap of some of the things that we did. It was a lot of fun, so you can always go back on YouTube or on Behance, check out our archive of challenges, and you can dive into all of the things that we did. Late on Cosplay Friday, Becca, welcome in. It's good to see you. Great to have you. Anki, hello. Speaking of Anki, we actually used Anki's name in one of our challenges, which was really cool. So that was fun. I love to highlight you folks and get you involved in these challenges whenever we can, which leads me to our next thing, which is the Discord. If you would like to join the Discord, there is a link down in the description below where you can jump in and post any work either that you've already done, or you can post work that you are going to do. There is a place for you to post challenges for past challenges, but I'm going to pop over into my Discord, and I am over here on the left hand side. I am in the challenge feedback channel, and I'm going to scroll through here and kind of highlight a bunch of your work. So we've got this from Kiss My Creative, which was posted just recently, which was really cool. So Kiss actually used the mixer brush to write some words here and do this really cool record illustration, which I just think is super, super neat, which is awesome. We have Itali Coil, who came in here with some more mixer brush and effects on the word Friday, which I think is great to commemorate our Cosplay Friday. And we've got some really, really impressive animations coming through from some of you folks, which was really fun. So I love this sky plane, and I believe this is from, who's this from? This is from Chiz the Gamer, which is really, really awesome. I think this is an excellent use of the color palette. Really cool use of the animation too, because I would never have thought to put it in an airplane shape. But that's really cool. You kind of took the challenge and made it your own. But we've got a bunch of these. Honestly, we've got a bunch of people that kind of dived in to the timeline in Photoshop and kind of created their own animations. I'm wondering how many of you have ever animated in Photoshop before, if this was kind of a first for some of you, or if this was something that you had done before and got to take some time to kind of work in it. But gosh, this is so cool. This is from Nightflower. This is one of my favorite animations that came out of this challenge. I love the texture. I love the colors that you chose. And I also love that you kind of went, I noticed a few people actually kind of used the letter S for sea or ocean, and kind of created ocean themed things. I also love that while I did supply a color palette, a lot of you kind of created your very own color palettes for this. We've got some really cool mixer brush and texture experiments going on with some of these challenges, and it was just really, really neat. Another thing to keep in mind while we're doing this recap, I'm going to scroll through and just like show off all of these really amazing challenges, but if all of you folks maybe have any questions about previous challenges that we worked on, if anyone needs me to reiterate on something, this is a great time to do that as well. First time for me to animate this way. Awesome, Jonathan. And how did you like it? How did you feel about animating in Photoshop? And same with you, Kiss My Creative. My first time trying to animate, which is why I still haven't finished it. Hey, that's totally fine. That is totally, totally fine. Gosh, this is so cool. What I'm not going to do is download it, and I'm not going to download it not because I don't want to, but because I don't want to download things and have something freeze or something like that, and I apologize. That is because my computer's working really hard right now to put on the stream and do all that stuff, so I'll scroll through and kind of show it, but if I have to download something to view it, I won't be able to do that. This is really cool. These are all so neat. I love this texture. This from Italicoli or Italicoil. This is really, really awesome texture here, and I love it because I used the letter O for my challenge where we did like interlocking shapes and things, and this was just like really, really great. Honestly, I don't know if it's a B, a D, a Q, or a P. But I think that that's fine and it doesn't matter because this is just like so neat. I love how you've interlocked the kind of looping portion of the letter, and it looks really great. We've got folks making challenge covers for their Behance. I think we had, yeah, this is somebody animated the Photoshop logo, which is really cool. We've got CK coming in with these really great collages and stuff like that. I love this from Franck. This is another C, but look at this. Look, the sun goes down, boom, and now it's nighttime. That's amazing. You did so much work on this. You told a story with this animation and it looks so good. That's so great. Well done, Franck. Well done. Yeah, Christelle. I think this is the one you're talking about. This is really, really great. Adnan, welcome in to the live chat. Welcome in. Bobby, hello. Anki says, I haven't finished my animation yet. It's a brain trainer for sure. Yeah, and you know, I did add a lot of different elements, and then you have folks right here like Franck who, you know, they put so much detail and everything into the animation. But if you're new to animation and you've never tried to animate before, and this was kind of a brain teaser for you where you just, you know, just a lot of work and something that you really had to work at to try and make something, don't push yourself too hard. If this is going to be your first animation, it is a success if you just make one moving part. You know, you don't have to do all of the craziness and wild stuff. If you're able to, if you're capable, because you're comfortable and confident enough with the animation tools to just go for a bunch of stuff, that's fine. But if you just make one little moving piece in any kind of project you like, that is a success, that is a win, and that is progress for you. So don't feel like you have to do this gigantic groundbreaking project in order to do this challenge. We've got some more storybook pieces here, and this is also again from Italicol. Welcome to the challenges, by the way, and thank you so much for participating. Looks like Angela Forever is doing some really cool scene animations in like this meadow, which is really neat. Lots of teeny tiny moving pieces right here, and that is so great. Well done. Looks like Kid Wolf coming in with this kind of cool ocean theme, and it looks like there's I think that's a boat there, or is that a whale? Let me blow that. Oh, it's a whale. It's a whale. That is so cool. So we've got this whale coming across, and it's kind of crazy to think that you can just do this stuff in Photoshop, right? Export an MP4 from Photoshop, export a GIF from Photoshop. But a lot of these are just so good. Also, shout out to Sam Peterson in the Discord, who is always giving excellent feedback and kind words to everyone who is participating. This from Shaw Chat. This is cool. This is awesome. I love that people started using names to kind of decorate with this. This is really neat. Corkwright in here with like kind of a initial piece, which is cool. And I think that you actually, instead of exporting an MP4, you actually created a GIF, which is really cool. So well done. That's super neat. This is really neat. This is from Vinsomer. And I just thought this is really cool. It's like almost like a machine that like is moving around all these different parts to say eternal. So like the T kind of pushes out and forms this whole word. That is really, really clever. I would never in a million years have thought to use the animation tools in Photoshop to make something quite like this, but this is cool. So kudos to you. Very, very neat. I'm going to scroll through here. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm skipping over your pieces, but oh geez. But there's a bunch of stuff in here, so if I haven't highlighted you yet, I will most likely highlight something you posted earlier because I want to make sure I go through all of these. But this one, look at this. This from Sekbavi. This is so cool. I love this Boston. I love that it's actually like the way that it's done, the way that we use the mixer brush has like that lighter green on the top of the stroke and the darker bluish green on the bottom. I also love that you went through and added all these really nice shadows in here to really make it look like it's intertwined. Very cool. And I also love this swipe. This is a great swipe shape. The first time I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to try and make a swipe just like that. Very dynamic, very cool. I love all of the inspiration you get from seeing other designers' work, says Jonathan. Yes, indeed. Sometimes just being able to go and see what everyone else is working on, and knowing that the community is working along with you is amazing. This was a really great one from Teta, who did the storybook letter illustration. So we made brushes for the door and the bushes and the birds in the sky, and it looks like Teta also made a brush for clouds and for windows, which is really cool, and kind of created their own little house out of a letter, which is really fun. So well done. Another great kind of scene here from Colleen, a little storybook scene. I'm loving it. I love the orange with the blue and green, looks really great. And I love this shadow and shading that you've done on the clouds. Looks super awesome. Let me check how we're doing on time here. Oh, we're good. I am going to scroll through and show some of the earlier ones because I really want to get through here and make sure we show off a lot of them. But I'll go kind of slow so we can just peek as we go through at a lot of these. Oh, we got Anki. That's so funny that you did your name as well. Really neat. Another, it looks like Colleen kind of showing off the artboards and process of how she was making certain elements. I've got to say, Colleen, this is a really great project from you because you have this really nice style throughout it all, and I love how much detail you kind of put into some of the smaller elements as well. But very well done. You should be proud of yourself. You should all be proud of yourselves for these. This was a cool one. Kiss My Creative did the trippy type, and I love it because it's like the letter L that like kind of joins and merges into other L's, which is cool. And then not only that, it's placed on this, you know, structure that looks like it's in 3D, and it's like not even just 3D, but it's also kind of bent into shape, and it's just, again, something I would never have thought to do that you did, and it looks amazing. We've got some more of our rings, like this one from Stroofy. This is so cool. I love the colors, how you've used the colors. I also like that, you know, I don't know if this is what you were going for, but this really reminds me of one of my favorite traditional mediums, which is pastels. I love pastels. And when I first saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, that looks like pastels. It looks so cool and creamy. I love it. So well done. We also have these, like this one from RAR, where we created kind of a surreal, crazy portrait by designing a person made out of fruit or vegetables, which was really fun. So well done on that one. This is neat, custom 3D lettering, and looks like Satlin kind of used a multi-app workflow here to import some stuff from Illustrator in, kind of created his own interesting blended piece to kind of put into the word info, which is really cool. So good on you for taking the challenge a step further and like using even more elements is really, really, really cool. So yeah, we have just been getting like so many of these incredible pieces into the Discord. I'm gonna peek at my time again real quick. Oh, we are good to go. And I'm just so proud of you guys because what I've seen, especially this challenge, is a lot of you folks kind of diving in to the challenges for the first time, or people who have been working on the challenges for a while. And I have to say, I saw really a very tremendous improvement in a lot of you folks this time around. And I was looking at some of your work and I was noting people very specifically who I've been kind of watching you guys, you know, work at these concepts and do these challenges over and over again. And I just wanted all of you to know that I see the progress that you're making, that I'm proud of the progress that you're making, and I hope that you all feel very proud of the excellent work that you have turned in this time around, because this is so cool to watch. Like, this is so much. This is so much. And I did a few rings, and who is this? This is from Sekbavi, just kind of took it to a whole nother level and made all of these different interconnecting things. You strayed from the chosen color palette and chose some different colors that you're passionate about, that you want to use, and kind of really made it your own. Great job. This one was really cool too. This one had a very interesting texture from Mead. And I noticed that you ask, are my letters and swashes too narrow? And I thought that honestly, this really had, like, I personally, like, whenever I use the mixer brush, I never choose something this thin, but I thought it was really interesting. What you were going for here. And you asked a question if the background color was a decent background color, and you said you weren't too sure how shadows work either, but this was fun. I think you've done an excellent job. I think it looks really cool this thin, because the mixer brush swipe is very consistent with the swipe of your text. I would use, try testing out either a much brighter background or a much darker background, like an off-white or like a black or almost black, just because I think that the awesome detail that you've put into the swipe and your letters would pop more and show more of the awesome work that you've done if you've tried that. So that might be something to go for. This was a cool one from Pillar C. I love this. This is like a brain teaser almost. It has great personality. It has like excellent texture, and I would love to see like a series of these, because this is really cool. This is really neat. Val with the good vibes. You know it, folks. You know it. You know it. I think we've got just a few minutes left here, but I'm going to try and get through as many more of these as I can. Another storybook illustration from Pillar C. Welcome. Whoa, welcome. Well done. I love this. I didn't choose W because I thought that was going to be like kind of a difficult letter to choose for this, but I like that you just kind of put like this door off to the side for this one. I don't think that I would have chosen that, but I see that it's a good choice. It's really cool. And I think that's one of the things that I kind of learn doing this is I get to see you folks take my challenges and then use them in ways that I would never think to do myself. You know, which means that I have a learning experience as well. Satlin, you are not playing around with these designs, by the way. I think you're onto something really cool here, and I hope that you continue to do these, because, I mean, I don't know about you folks in chat, I'm sure you guys agree with me, but this is cool, right? This is super neat. Like, all of these, I want to see, again, I want to see a series of these. This is neat. But we have got so many illustrations. Look at this from Anki. Well done, Anki. This is just so cool. You've got like these fronds and like tall grass in the foreground. You've got a shadow from your sun casting the shadow of your house onto the ground. Like, you are putting this in a 3D space and thinking about the environment. Very well done. This from Rar, we kind of did some cool neurofilter stuff, which is just so good. Kiss My Creative out here making these like fantasy realm super awesome landscapes, which is just so cool. Neon stuff. I'm kind of blown away and super impressed by all of you folks this time around. I had so much fun taking a look at what you made. I'm so proud of you. Don't judge me too hard. First time trying out some of these awesome tips and tricks. I've got news for you, Hollow. This is exceptional. This is super cool. I'm sort of biased because it's my favorite color, but it's good. It's really good. You've done a great job. So don't feel down on yourself. You kind of took a leap and did something outside of your comfort zone, and you succeeded. This one from Colleen. This looks like it could be like a textile print or fabric. Look at you guys shining. Look at you guys going for it. This is just so good. But yeah, I'm so pleased with all of you folks. You guys have just kind of blown it out of the water. You guys have done so many great pieces, and you should be proud of yourselves. I hope everyone's giving themselves a pat on the back. I am going to scroll through here because I want to make sure in our last minute or so that I said hello and welcome to everyone. Colleen saying, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without the challenges. Thank you all so much. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me. That is all the time I have for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed our recap of the challenges on cosplay day. I've had a blast, and I hope to see you folks around. I'll be hanging out on Adobe Live almost every day, as I always do. Please stay tuned, because we've got more super awesome stuff coming up after me today, because it's Masterclass Day, and I'll see you around the bend. Adios, everyone.